ma'am. Today I'm going to talk about the conflict between Israel and Palestine that happened recently. The latest violence followed a month of rising tension in Jerusalem has gone for a century actually. The first one, I'm going to talk about the history of Israel-Palestine crisis. It actually has started since 100 years ago. In early 20th century, Britain took control of the area known as Palestine after the ruler of that part of the Middle East, which is the Ottoman Empire, was defeated in World War I. The land was inhabited by a Jewish minority and Arab majority. Tension between two peoples grew up when the international community gave Britain the task of establishing a national home in Palestine for Jewish people. For Jews, it was their ancestral home, but for Palestinian Arabs also claimed the land and opposed to move from that place. Between the 1920s and 40s, the number of Jews arriving there grew, with many fleeing from persecution in Europe and seeking a homeland after the Holocaust of World War II. Violence between Jews and Arabs against British rule also grew. In 1947, the United Nations voted for Palestine to be split into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem becoming an international city. That plan was accepted by Jewish leaders but rejected by the Arab side and never be implemented again. Number two, what is the main problems? There are a number of the issues which Israel and Palestinians cannot be agreed. This includes what should happen to Palestinian refugees, whether Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank should stay or be removed, and whether the two sides should share Jerusalem, and perhaps most tricky of all, whether a Palestinian state should be created alongside Israel. Peace talks have been taking place on and off for more than 25 years, but so far have not solved the conflict. The number three, so what happening now? Tensions are often high between Israel and Palestine, living in East Jerusalem, Gaza and West Bank. Gaza is ruled by a Palestinian militant group, which is Hamas, which has fought Israel many times. Israel and Egypt tightly control Gaza borders to stop weapons getting into Hamas. Palestinians in Gaza and West Bank say they are suffering because of Israeli action and restriction. Israel say it is only acting to protect itself from Palestinian violence. Things have been escalated since the start of Holy Muslim month of Ramadan in mid-April 2021, with nightly clashes between police and Palestinians. The threatened eviction of some Palestinian families in East Jerusalem has also caused rising anger. So finally, what does the future Palestinian hold? In short, the situation isn't going to be sorted out anytime soon. So for my opinion, I can tell you that the one thing for certain, that if the status quo does not change favorable, there will be another round of conflict by the next time. So the reference statement has been taken from the internet by the BBC News on 21 May. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Bye-bye.